You are literally entitled to your manifestation. And if you've been feeling unworthy of your dream or like you don't deserve it and you don't yet feel entitled to just have it, please watch this video and watch it again whenever you need to remind yourself, because that feeling of entitlement is super important when it comes to manifestation, and you are entitled to feel entitled. Now, to explain this, I'm going to start by going a little bit religious, which I don't typically do. I try to stay nice and neutral. So if you are religious or spiritual but not religious, or into tarot, astrology, whatever, you can come and watch my videos and get something and not feel excluded, right? But I did want to pull something from religion. I wanted to pull something from Christianity specifically to help illustrate this idea of entitlement. And this concept ties right back into the law of attraction. And so it's this phrase you've probably heard. It's a biblical phrase that says that you were created in his image. You were created in his image. Now, if you've heard of that before, what that refers to is the idea that God created you in his image. Now, although this is a religious statement, this has universal application, because the idea is that this explains expansion. There is a creator, there is an all that is, that creates you in its image to continue creating on. So, as above, so below. God creates, you create. And this is how the universe expands. Creation continues on. Now, as you were created in his image, as they say in Christianity, what that means is you are a creator. It is your job, therefore, to create. It is literally your job to create, to manifest, to make your world. It's literally your job. And so as it is your job to create, it is your job to create whatever you want, and you can create whatever you want by your own rules. This is an important thing to understand, because so many people out there feel like they shouldn't manifest certain things. They shouldn't do it this way. They can't have it that way. This way's wrong. That way's wrong. You only can do it one right way. But remember, you were created in his image, and you're not perfect. You don't fit into this perfect mold of always being right and fitting into everybody else's definitions of what perfect is. No, you are perfectly imperfect. You are a design by the creator who made something specific. Some people might not like you. That's okay. You still exist, right? Because you were created in his image. And so I want you to think about that. You can create whatever the heck you want, okay? Not only that, you're supposed to. If the above created you, you are entitled to create whatever it is that you want. You do not need to create according to rules. And so this is something about stepping into that vibration of entitlement, which is that you are entitled to create your reality exactly how you want. A lot of people feel worried that if they create certain things, there's going to be repercussions. Like if I attract or manifest a lot of wealth, maybe my friends aren't going to like me as much, or maybe that means I'm a greedy person. And so then they get into this state of feeling like they're not entitled to manifest abundance, and then they don't. Instead, what you want to focus on is I'm entitled to manifest whatever the heck I want. Doesn't matter what the rules are. And so at this section of the video, I'd like to ask you, what is something that right now you feel is perhaps taboo, maybe something you shouldn't manifest, but that you want to manifest? Think about that. And if you would, go ahead and share it with me below. I would like to hear what your taboo or, limitation stretching things are that you really want to manifest, but for some reason you feel like you're not supposed to. Go ahead and jot them down and claim them and remind yourself that you are entitled to create them however you want. All right, so since I went a little religious there for a minute, I'm going to swing in the other direction and go a little science now. Okay, and so I want to hit this from a few different angles because, when you start learning about manifestation and the law of attraction, you see it everywhere. All right, it's all over the place. But if we look into science, okay, and if we look into, astronomy, if we look into quantum physics, something that has been noted is that it's widely believed now that the universe is infinite. It's infinitely expanding. It goes on forever. And I know you've seen those pictures of outer space, with all the galaxies and all the planets, and it just goes on and on and on. Well, I want you to think about this. If science says that the universe is infinite, what that means, literally, is that it has no limits, okay? It contains everything, an infinite amount of everything. And so I know it's very common in our human form to think about the universe being infinite and to think of it in a very linear way. Like I'm sitting here right now and, out there is Jupiter and Mars and Saturn and there's the Andromeda and it just keeps going out and out and out. That's how we often think about it, that it's just expanding out that way. But infinite doesn't mean expanding in one direction, okay? Infinite is unlimited. And so what I mean by that is, sure, Jupiter, Mars, Andromeda, but actually infinite Jupiters, infinite Mars, infinite Andromeda, infinite me, infinite you, infinite everything. That's what infinite means. Now, as a creator, you are literally entitled to align with any facet of your world. You are literally entitled to resonate at any frequency you want to resonate at. And you are the creator of your infinite universe. And so what I mean by that is that there is infinite in front of you that is yours, all of it. And there are no limits to what that is. The good, the bad, the ugly, the taboo, it all exists simultaneously right now. And you actually already have it right now because your universe is infinite. So no matter how outlandish your dream may feel, no matter how far away it may seem, it is already yours. It is already here because you already live in an infinite universe. You are already the creator of an infinite universe. When you think about this explains why some people have very outlandish lives and they have crazy things that come true. And in fact, even in your own reality, I'm sure you've seen some crazy things come true. Like literally, who would ever think that someday somebody would put a Tesla and shoot it into outer space? Like, why would that even happen? That doesn't even make sense. It's not logical. No one's driving that thing, but it happened. Why? Because somebody wanted to do it and because it's possible and because it already exists, because the universe is infinite. This is one of the first big downloads, by the way, that I had as I started growing up. And so I talked about this briefly in another video a while ago about how I'm claircognizant. So I just get kind of like these knowings that come to me. And this one knowing that came to me was just like, things exist because they're probable, because this is an infinite universe. And if it's infinite, it exists somewhere. And so if you're seeing it or experiencing it, it just means in that moment, you are lining up with one particular potential of an infinite universe. It already exists. So you can literally manifest anything. All right. You can manifest anything. You can line up with anything because it already exists now. And if you've taken my manifesting test, you've seen how you can just focus on something and get it to lock into your reality. Now, if you haven't taken that manifesting test, I highly advise that you do. It is free. It's only 5 minutes. It's very quick. But that test is at manifestingtest.com. Again, that's manifestingtest.com. I'll also put a link below in the description. But manifestingtest.com is the direct link. Now, so we've talked a little bit on a religious way of looking at this, a more sciencey way of looking at this. And now I want to talk a little bit about the law of attraction, more of law of attraction type specific language on why you are entitled literally to manifest your dream. But first, if you enjoy law of attraction videos that teach you how to manifest the life of your dreams, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also make sure to go ahead and click on the handy notification bell. I put out content like this every single week, and I know you're going to find it tremendously useful. But let's get back into entitlement, because again, this is a word a lot of people think is a bad word. People are entitled. You shouldn't be entitled. But you know what? You want to manifest something, you better feel entitled. Okay. I am entitled to have this thing. That's important because if you feel entitled, it means like, it's yours. It's supposed to be yours. You're not confused about that. You're not wavering on that. And so right now I want to talk a little bit about vibration and break this down in a way that helps you understand why you are entitled to your manifestation. It's important that you have it. Literally important that you have it. You should have it. Okay, and so again, when we talk about vibration, hopefully you have some understanding of vibration. If you're watching this channel, you probably do, right? But when we talk about vibration, we always talk about how you want to have a high vibration to manifest your dreams. And so we have to understand what's the difference between high and low. Now, a lot of people do understand that a high vibration means that you're in a good mood, or you're feeling joy, or you're feeling love, or you're being very positive. You're a positive influence. And when they think about the low vibration, a lot of people will tell you it means that you're feeling down, or you're feeling negative, or maybe you're being more toxic, right? And a lot of people have that understanding of high vibration versus low vibration. But there's more to it than that. And this piece right here is what's going to help you understand why you're entitled to your dream. It has to do with integration. When you have a high vibration, you feel joyous, you feel loving, you feel great, you're very positive, and you also integrate. What that means is somebody who has a high vibration accepts everything. The mantra I like to think of for like a high vibration would be like, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so somebody who's in a very high vibration, doesn't matter what happens, what they see, it's all good. I accept all of it. I love all of it. I'm not saying this one's bad, get rid of it. She doesn't belong on the team, kick her out. No. We love it all. It's all good. And when you're in a really good high vibration, don't you feel that way? When you're just joyous, you just love everybody. You're just in a great mood. People you don't even like, you suddenly like them again. Well, that's what a high vibration is. A high vibration integrates, all right? And a high vibration aligns you with all things wanted. All those desires that you have will manifest when you're in a higher vibration because it's a state of joy. So anything that brings you joy, makes you happy, you would appreciate having, will align with you when you're in that really high integrated state. Now, by contrast, if you are in a negative state, if you are in a lower vibration, not only do you not feel good, and it kind of sucks to be down there, and you don't manifest things that you want because you're not in resonance with them, but you also, instead of integrating, you separate. So what that means is that when we're in a lower vibration, we kick things out. I don't like this one. You get off the team. You're not invited. We're not friends anymore. That's what happens when you're in a lower vibration. It's not all good. Instead, a lot of it's bad. In fact, for a lot of people, it almost feels like it's almost all bad, right? And so if you know somebody who's been in a crummy state for a while, I know there were times in my life when I was younger, when I was always in a crummy state, and I had a problem with everybody, okay? I wanted to kick everyone off the island because I wanted to separate. So this leads back into entitlement. Okay. In order to get your dream, in order to manifest your dream, you have to be in that integrating state where you bring it in, where it's all good. You're in a high vibration. You're accepting, you're loving, you're kind. Okay. In order to get the thing that you want, you have to be in that state. Now, isn't that the responsible state for you to be in, where you're accepting and loving and enjoy people? Isn't that where you want to be? And doesn't that mean that in order to get your dream, you have to get to that state where it's all good, where you should have the things that you want, right? Entitlement to your dream, to your manifestation, means that you're willing to go into the highest vibration, where you are accepting, you are loving, you are integrating. It's literally the most responsible thing that you can do, not just for you, but for everyone else in your creation. So this is a thing to remember, is that entitlement to manifestation is a vibration that you want to give yourself permission to be in because it's important. It's important for you to be able to get the things that you want. And it's also important for you to be able to connect with everybody else and to draw everyone in. Now, if something that you've been wanting to manifest that you haven't been feeling worthy of lately is more abundance, keep in mind that I will be having very soon a very large sale on my abundance programs. And this sale is going to be from Thursday, May 9th until Thursday, May 15th. I will drop a link below if you want to take a look at it before that sale goes live. Again, there'll be a link down there in the description for you to check out. But just keep that in mind, that I've got a sale going on for abundance programs between May 9th and May 15th. But other than that, thanks so much for watching today's video on why you are entitled to manifest your dream. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. And of course, I look forward to bringing you another one soon. Bye-bye.